I'm partly hammered. I have work in T minus 7 hours, so what am I doing right now in lieu of sleeping? I'm turning on the camera, and I really have no idea what to talk about. So why don't we ask my good buddy Guinness, good bunny, Hoppity. Oh no, my good buddy Guinness here with a side of Heineken, which I ran out of, so I had to go and buy this. Why don't we ask him what the video is about? Well, I don't know, John. What do you want to talk about? I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. I mean, why else would I ask you? You think I'm just asking you for theatrics? Am I talking to a fucking beer bottle? Yes, I am. Hello, boys and girls. Undertaker Freak 1127 here. And what he said was partly true. I have no idea what we're going to talk about. So why don't we ask House? Hey, House. What are we going to talk about? You're an idiot. Stands to reason. I turned 21. Coming up on my first week, the end of the first week of being 21, I did a lot of thinking coming up to this day, Oh, look at this. My new laptop. Look at the glowing of those keys. Isn't that just so spectacular? What could be better than that? I mean, other than the 12 gigs of RAM and the THX sound. Anyway, um, you know, I did a lot of thinking before my 21st birthday. What would change? It's a huge deal. A lot of kids cannot wait to reach that age. 21, I can't wait to be 21. Why? Because you can legally drink. You no longer have to surreptitiously sneak these bottles out of coolers at parties and put them in your pocket and hope that a cop is not there, hope that there's not a stool pigeon there that will rat you out and get you an MIP. You no longer have to worry about MIP, minors in possession. You no longer have to worry about that kind of stuff, but that's really all I am seeing so far. I just spit on that curtain. That's all I see. 16 came and went, drive a car. 18 came and went, legally smoke, legally vote, become an adult, join the military, all that good stuff, be in porn, which is what I'm still waiting for. They haven't called me back yet. 21, you can drink. And I've noticed something. There's a gap between driving and drinking. 5 years. The government says that at 16 you are of a legal age to drive, which means that your brain is developed enough to be able to handle the responsibility of operating and maintaining a vehicle. But the government thinks 21 is the age at which you can make responsible choices when it comes to alcohol. There's a 5-year gap there. I think learning how to drive a car properly takes a little bit more mental seasoning and age than learning how to responsibly drink. That's just me. Has anybody else out there thought that? Post a little comment if you have. That just seems so asinine to me. Sorry, Ranting Ramsey, I took one of your words. You can have surreptitiously. We can make a nice little trade. I'll take asinine for a while. By the way, Ranting Ramsey, go look him up. He's good. On YouTube, by the way. What comes with 21? More responsibility? Well, it's of my belief that more responsibility comes with each age, because with each age, you're one step closer to death, 1 year closer, which means your health is slowly but surely declining. I don't care if you're in the best health ever. I don't care if you have a perfect heart rate, a perfect blood pressure. You're one age closer to hair falling out, crow's feet coming in, wrinkles on your face, achy joints. And I know that sounds very depressing. I know, but it's fun to think about because your responsibility is making sure your later years do not come with a lot of pain. As you know, unless you're a masochist, you want to have not a lot of pain. So you have to maintain your body, maintain your health. That may seem a little bit hypocritical coming from someone who's just down 1, 2, 3, however many bottles of Guinness I just downed. But trust me, I have a point, and hopefully you listen to my point through this drunken rambling. But I didn't fear 21. I didn't really fear what would happen. It's another day to me. It's a day. It's a cause for celebration. Yes, you should drink. Yes, sad to say, I fit the cliche. That'd be a good lyric. If any of you steal that, I'm going to hunt you down and copyright claim your ass. No, man. But Yes, I did fit the cliche. I drank on my 21st. Not enough to get completely hammered. In fact, not as hammered as I am now, even though I was among friends. But, you know, rite of passage, I guess you would call it. But what changes? What changes? Other than the fact that I can legally purchase this shit. What changes in life? I've passed all the benchmarks except for some of the more trivial ones, like some places you have to be 25 to be able to rent a car. Some things you have to be a certain age to do certain things, but I mean, hell, at 21 you can go to strip clubs, at 21 you can go to casinos. Some places it's 18, I get that, but past 21, what is there? Life, the progression of life. Shitty, horrible, awesome, great, fun, joyous, whatever you make of it, whatever you make of that life, that is what keeps happening. That is what it didn't take me very long to realize. Because I thought that something special would happen, that all these doors and windows and all these awesome things would open up in my mind. But it was just another birthday. I drank, but I've drank, on occasion, I drank before 21. So, I mean, nothing really changes. It's a big deal to people. The sweet 16 and the 18. Yeah, you go off to college, you graduate high school, not in that order, unless you're a brainiac, you know. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking. But I do know this. Another year older, another year wiser. It's another year that I do continue to live life to the fullest, to the best of my ability. Even though I'm stuck in a job that sometimes makes me miserable, but in the end I know the money is worth it. Even though, I'm at a point in my life where I'm questioning a lot of things personally, I'm going to live it the best I can. And, that's another thing. How do you live life to the fullest? Does that mean going out and going skydiving? Does that mean doing extreme things? Not to me. See, to me, living life to the fullest means living to the best of your ability to where you feel complacent. Aside from work. Like right now. I think right now I'm living to the best of my ability. I'm doing something I love. I love making videos. I love making these fucking things. And I love the feedback that I get from these things. Be it talking about YouTube horrors or politics or culture or psychology or meteorology or whatever I choose to talk about. I love doing this. And I consider that part of living life to my fullest. If I stopped doing this, I don't know what I would do. I mean, sure, the job is cutting into my time, sure. But I can always come back to this. It's not gone. You guys, the fans that enjoy my videos, unless I do something to really piss you off, you're never going away. Which means, conversely, I'm never going away. Living life to the fullest means, maybe just taking a trip somewhere. Going to see something. It doesn't have to be far away. Maybe it could be somewhere fun, an arcade, a bowling alley, maybe a landmark of some kind. Living life to the fullest means just finding ways to be complacent in the shittiest and most dire straits. Because if you do not find a way to take yourself out of those dire straits, you will be miserable. You will suffer. You will hate life. You will resent yourself and the others around you, and that will trickle down to the people around you. Easier said than done. I get it. Financial difficulties, personal difficulties, I've been through all of them. I can't say I've been through more. I'm not going to sit here be 21 and say, I've been through everything. I've seen it all. I've seen the worst. I mean, yeah, there have been struggles in my life. Can I write a book about them and become a motivational speaker and tell you how to live your life and how you can become better? No. Everyone encounters strife, but it's how we handle these things and how we overcome them. It's how we overcome these things, then we're able to look back on them and say, wow, I have a problem now, but look how I handled this. I can get over them. Please, I can get over this. Trouble, strife, pain, tenuous moments, they'll all come. But you also must not forget that good times will be in life as well. Whether you find those good times through a bottle, whether you find those good times through cigarettes, whether you find those good times through watching porn, whether or not you find those good times with sitting around and playing with your penis to German Scheisse porn while eating corn nuts. I do believe, other than entertainment, the true point of life is to be complacent. I find a difference between being complacent and being happy. Complete happiness, sad to say, you may never find. Complete happiness is best defined to me as a point in your life where nothing is getting you down. Absolutely nothing. And you're happy. There's not a single frustration or discrepancy or a problem or issue in your life. But complacency, to me, is what's important. Because when you're complacent, you fully are cognizant and coherent. You know the fact that problems are going to come and you know how to handle them. And if you don't know how to handle them, you'll try and figure it out. But you can't get too frustrated, because if you get too frustrated with these problems, it will become much worse. And the snowball effect will start. Things will just keep piling on top of each other. That frustration will build till it turns into a full-blown anger. And words are said. And fists are thrown. And all sorts of disgusting, awful, atrocious things happen that you will regret later on. In a jail cell, in a hospital bed, or all alone in a dinky, dusty, smelly-ass apartment with no one around you. You will regret it. Try not to get too frustrated. That's another thing I'm learning and trying to implement it in my daily life. You see a problem, you problem solve, you rationally, logically, critically think about it. And if you can't figure it out, if it's something that's going to stay there, you may as well learn to live with it. Like financial situations. I'm not in the best financial situation right now, but I can pay bills and all that good stuff. But in an economy like this, it's pretty apparent that they're not going to go away overnight. Not for me, not for you, not for anybody. That's unless they're very rich, part of that 1% or whatever keeps getting thrown around. That's something you're not gonna, it's not gonna go away. That is something that I think is the exception, because hell, money pretty much rules everything. And if you can't pay for shit on a very basic level, that kind of controls your life and controls your happiness. But you can still be complacent if you adjust your lifestyle accordingly. But there are other trivial things, like, maybe your car breaks down or something. Oh, I got to take public transportation. Ah, fuck, get over it. Things of that nature. If I've really been blubbering for 12 minutes, maybe I won't remember tomorrow to upload this. I'll be tired from work and all that. But yeah, 21. Only son. Buddy served us well. Bred to kill, not to care. Do just as we say. Finished here, greeting death. I'm quoting Metallica lyrics. But yeah, 21. It's another year. I had my fun. Now it's time to get back to the daily grind of being a human being on this planet that we call Earth. And in no way, shape, or form am I trying to be some kind of motivational speaker. I'm speaking from the hip here. Slowly learning as I go along. As we all are. Life is a big learning experience. If you don't learn from the mistakes you make, then you're fucked. Because you'll keep making the same stupid mistakes, and then another snowball effect will happen. Isn't that great? Yeah. Learn from history, learn from your mistakes. Try to be at least complacent. Happiness will come eventually, if you try hard enough. Have a good day, folks.